How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today we're going to be going over the 10 differences between the Galaxy Note 3 and the Galaxy Note 4. I'm going to shoot right through this video because a lot of people are asking, hey, what is the big difference? I'm going to just lay that out for you real quick so you can really see how these phones stack up next to each other. Our first difference comes from the camera. So on the Note 4, it does have a 16 megapixel rear camera, whereas the Note 3 only has a 13 megapixel camera. The front face camera on the 4 is going to be 3.7. Note 3, we have a 2 megapixel. So definitely there's been a bump up in the camera quality and in the megapixel. Jump to our second difference. It's going to be in the style. Note 3 does have the realistic leather-like backing, which does give it a nice firm grip. Whereas on the Note 4, we have a backing that is a little similar to the Galaxy Tab 4 tablets. So it's kind of a textured backing, but it doesn't have as much grip as you would get on the Note 3 with the realistic leather feel. So I kind of actually like the Note 3 a little bit better. Because of that grip, I never actually put a case on the phone, whereas on the Note 4, it's a little bit slippery, and for that reason, I am actually ordering a case to put on the Note 4. So, you know, a little more grip on the Note 3 versus the 4. Our next difference comes in the health aspect. So both phones do have the S Health app from Samsung that you can track your health stats, but the Note 4 does have the heart rate monitor, which you can actually use to get your heart rate, which is found right here underneath the camera. You do not find that on the Note 3, so that is one distinct difference from the 4 and the 3. Flip these back over. Another feature you are going to have on the 4 that you do not get on the 3 is the wide angle selfie mode for the front facing camera. And if we go to camera really quick just so I can show it to you, and we're on the front face right now, if you go to mode, there is an option for a wide selfie, and basically it's like a panoramic picture that you can take from the front. And here's how it works. Just show you really quick. Mode, wide selfie, and you basically hit the picture button and you rotate the phone, and it actually gives you a full-size selfie. So it's not that picture where everyone is confined in the center, but it's actually one where you can kind of, you know, again, rotate the phone to get everyone in the shot. So it's a big upgrade and new feature that you found on the Note 4 that is not found on the Note 3. Our next feature comes in the charging aspect. The Note 3 has gone back to the traditional micro USB charger, where on the Note 3, that's Note 4. Note 3, they did change to the USB 3.0, which is a larger charger, and they have basically gone back to the old school style. So now you have that micro USB, which works with just about all your other Galaxy devices as well. With the charging, we'll jump to our next difference. The Note 4 does have a really cool new feature called adaptive charging. So with the specialized charger cable and the USB wall charger in the box, you can now charge up to 50% of the battery in 30 minutes, which means that in an hour you can basically go from 0 to 100, and as Drake says, real quick. So 100% battery life by an hour charge. How can you not like that new feature? That was one of my gripes with the Note 3, is it does take a little bit of time to charge. So that's no longer a worry with the Note 4. Our next difference is going to come with the S Pen. S Pen has been enhanced, as well as the air commands. So now our air command menus have been simplified slightly. So you no longer have the pen window on the Note 4. They have removed that feature because they've given you a different way to have your apps float on the screen. So that has been taken away, and we now have screen right, where it used to be. Sorry, I didn't know that it's still called screen right, but they have moved that to the end. So screen right is basically taking a screenshot of your screen. As well as they no longer have S Finder on that menu either, or Scrapbook. So basically what you have now is Action Memo, which is on the Note 3, but you do have Smart Select, which will allow you to select text or certain like a group of files together. And Image Clip, just to show you this, will allow you to basically just take a certain section and say, hey, I want a clip of that, and you can just circle it and it'll take it, and you can also kind of refine it a little bit. So I can do a square and then I can shrink it in. So with that, it does allow you to, instead of doing a screenshot, you can take a little more detailed section of anything. So you can be on a website, a picture. I'm on the home screen right now, but it allows you to select it. So just some changes that you do find in our air commands. And we are almost to the finish line. Our next difference is going to come from the buttons on the front. So on the Note 3, you do have a menu button that is on to the left of our home button right here. On the Note 4, you have a running apps button, which you used to find when you hold down the home button. So here we have our running apps. Now we just tap our left button, and there's our running apps right there. Now, here's the cool thing. So they did keep this button as a menu button, but specifically when you're in apps. So for example, if I'm in the camera, and if I hold down, so you're going to hold down, so don't press it, but hold down, it does activate a menu, and it didn't do it on here because we're on the wide angle selfie. So if we do it now, all right, and that demo is not doing how I want it, but it'll show here. Okay, so not all apps, but in certain apps. Let me go ahead and show you in the messaging app because I know for sure it works here. If we hold down this left button right here, it does act as a menu button as well. So you could tap here to get that to come up, or you can hold down on this left button right here. So basically what I'm saying is the changes in the buttons. They've kind of allowed this button to do a little bit more. All right, our next change is going to come in the notification panel. We now have what is called ultra power saving mode, whereas the Note 3 only has power saving. With the Note 3 power saving, it will turn off certain background functions so the battery will last a little bit longer. But with ultra power saving mode, now you could take a 10% battery. Let's say your Note 4 was down to 10%. You could get up to 24 hours of battery life on that 10%. So this is a very new feature. It is also on the S5. In this mode, it basically turns off the color of the phone, and it gives you access to the important apps that you would need, which is to make calls, send text messages, go online, and you can also go on Facebook and have a calculator, clock, things like that. So that is ultra power saving mode. That is not found on Note 3, but it is found on the Note 4, and it is one of my favorite features. Next, we have what is called priority sender, and this is found in the text messaging app. So this is the text messaging app on the Note 3. On the Note 4, this is the texting app. At the top here, we have some shortcuts. These are called priority senders. The people that you text the most, you can set them as a priority sender. So now, if I want to text, for example, my dad, I can just tap right there and get right to his message, versus the old way, which is having to figure out, hey, when did I text him last? Or having to start a whole new message and reset that up. So that's definitely a big difference. And it just allows you to kind of get through your texting a little bit faster. So you guys, that is it for 10 differences between the Galaxy Note 3 and Galaxy Note 4. We are working on a part 2 of this video, so definitely keep an eye out for that. There are a lot of things that have been changed from the 3 to the 4, and we want to make sure you're fully aware because the 4 is a pretty awesome phone. You guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if we did find it helpful. Subscribe to H2TechVideos, and have a good one.